Okay guys, we have less than a day until Hidden Inventory Gojo releases, and the JJK team has just been dropping some absolutely fire stuff. So today we're going to talk about that in this video. I am super excited for everything that's coming to the game. I know the game was kind of shaky at the start, kind of rocky, but this, what I am seeing, feels very, very good and looks very good. So let's just dive right into it. For this video, I am using the community Discord. Normally, I don't really like to use Discord for videos just because it feels kind of weird with the format, but in this case I feel like the format is better than anything I could find on X, better than like looking at the game, because going through all the in-game notices is kind of annoying. So I really actually think this is the best way to do it. So Global News says that the maintenance will be conducted from Tuesday, January 21st, 2025 at 10 p.m. my time, which is Eastern Standard Time, until Wednesday, January 22nd at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The timestamp, if you guys are in this Discord, will of course adjust to your time zone. But if you are not in this Discord, you can just do the conversion from where I'm at, or if you're on Eastern Standard Time, this is when the game will be done being updated. So tomorrow morning, you will then be able to summon for the new Hidden Inventory Gojo. So I talked about all of this stuff in the previous video, where they have optimized the auto battle AI. They added the ability to see cleared teams in Illusory Tower, so you can go and look at other people's teams. That's going to help people immensely. They added more combat power ranks and cursed objects to the dispatch. They added character grade 11, and they updated the app icon. So all of that has already been pretty much talked about, but then we have a bunch of other information that has come out recently. So this is actually insane, some of the stuff that I am seeing. So by participating in various events, you can earn 3,000 cubes and get up to 110 gacha tickets. We did already talk about the 110 gacha tickets. You get 15 for the Gojo banner, 15 for Geto, and 15 for Toji, and then you get 70 tickets for the standard banner. Now the standard banner, I talked about this in the last video, is not going to be updated yet, at least probably not until we get Mechamaru and Red Panda in the game on their own banners, so keep that in mind. But 3,000 cubes from missions is nice. That is going to help some people get that extra summon that they might need to potentially pull one of these characters. Additionally, before the Memory Quest Jujutsu Kaisen Hidden Inventory Premature Death event begins, a recollection bit featuring the commemorative illustration The Bygone Days of Youth will be given out for free. So for that login bonus for days 1 through 6, if you log in, you will get a copy of that recollection, and you will be able to fully limit break it. There's the recollection right there. And on day 7, you will get 10 Phantom Parade tickets, which is really nice. Now, as for this recollection, I want to talk about what it can do really quickly as a free-to-play recollection. So as a free-to-play recollection, when command skill or ultimate skill is activated, increases all allies damage dealt by 5% for 1 turn. I think that's okay, but I think the real value is when you're able to limit break it at level 1. I think this actually makes it really useful. At the start of battle, increases all allies ultimate skill gauge charge rate by 10% for 1 turn. So if you want to put this recollection on a support character and you're trying to get someone like Gojo, Hidden Inventory Gojo, his ultimate faster, or any of the characters really that need their ultimate faster, Sukuna eventually when he comes out needs his ultimate faster, or Red Gojo when he comes out as an anniversary character needs his ultimate really fast, because the more turns he has, the more your team is going to benefit from his ultimate. So if you can give ultimate gauge to allies faster, that actually makes this recollection pretty valuable as a free-to-play recollection. So you definitely want to make sure you're logging in during this time so that you guys can get this. Now continuing on, we're also going to have some more login bonuses, and like I said, the way they laid this out on Discord is very, very nice. I think they did a really good job formatting this. So day 1, if you log in, you are going to get the Jujutsu Kaisen Hidden Inventory Premature Death Gacha Phase 1. There's going to be 3 phases, ticket times 10. In other words, you're going to get 10 tickets for Hidden Inventory Gojo just by logging in on day 1. And then day 2 through 14, you're going to be able to get some cubes in there, you're going to be able to get some AP packs, and you're going to be able to get some Phantom Parade gacha tickets. The gacha tickets, these are going to be standard banner tickets. I do recommend saving the standard banner tickets until the standard banner is updated. Once again, it's not going to be updated right away, but hopefully within about a month to 2 months would be my guess, is when we'll probably see the standard banner updated. We're also going to have the main quest story missions, so this is another way to get even more of those tickets. So if you've already cleared chapter 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on and so forth, you will be able to, I believe, automatically claim these missions as soon as the missions go live. So that is going to be a bunch of free tickets for people to claim in their mission box. We also have AP missions and dispatch missions and enhanced enhancement missions and cursed object collection missions. The reason I'm talking about all these at once instead of going one by one is because I don't really care about all this stuff right here. Like, that doesn't really matter to me. The only thing, okay, this first one does. The only thing that matters to me are these ones right here that say they give you a phase 1 ticket. So you get one ticket here for consuming AP. You need to consume a total of 3,000 AP to get this ticket. By the time you get through this event, it will be possible, but it still takes a lot of AP. That's crazy. So 2 tickets there. For completing a dispatch 36 times, you're going to be able to get another ticket. So that's 3 tickets. Clear enhancement quests a total of 100 times. That is another ticket. So 4 tickets. And then clear cursed object collection is the 5th ticket, and you get that for clearing it 200 times. Okay, it sounds like a lot, but it's really not that bad. It is something you're not going to be able to get immediately though, so keep that in mind. But this is nice because if you go all in on the Gojo banner and you don't get him for whatever reason, shafts do happen, right? And you have like no way to earn cubes, at the very least you can take a little bit of solace in the fact that you have 5 free singles or half a multi to potentially try and pull this Gojo still. So it's basically just a free chance to hop back into the banner if you do get shafted, or maybe to try and get an extra copy, right? Tickets are always a good thing, so even though it's not a full multi worth of tickets, I think it's okay. So we're getting 10 from logging in for free. That'll be in your gift box day 1. You can use those immediately, and then over time you can farm out 5 more tickets to potentially hop into the banner, which is nice overall. And that's how it's going to work for the other characters too. When Geto comes out and when Toji comes out, it's going to work the exact same way. You'll get 10 in the gift box, and then you'll be able to farm out the other 5 through missions, so keep that in mind. And some of these missions might overlap, so you might not want to, like, there will probably be AP missions. I just want to point this out. There will almost definitely be AP missions for Geto, and it's going to be the same type of thing where you have to use a ton of AP. And so if you wait until Geto's banner comes out, because I almost guarantee Geto's banner and Gojo's banner overlap, and if they overlap, that means you're able to do both sets of missions at the same time. I know everybody's going to want to do this right away and farm stuff out right away, but that might not necessarily be the way to go. That being said, I don't know how long the missions are going to last in the game. We don't have that like time frame yet. They might make the Gojo missions go away right before Geto comes out, and then the Geto missions come out. So like, just be careful with that, but I would kind of wait to see what happens personally, would be in my opinion, because there is a chance that instead of having to spend like 6,000 AP right here, because you have to do 3,000 for Gojo, 3,000 for Geto, then you can just spend 3,000 total if the missions do overlap. So just keep that in mind. It's very, very likely that the Geto missions and the Gojo missions overlap. Same thing with the banners. They will be out probably at the same time. Gojo is just coming out first. So please, please, please keep that in mind. Now, additionally, we are going to get the SSR character guaranteed gacha. This is going to be an interesting gacha because this comes straight from the global side of the game. And it says that we are going to be able to get Mechamaru, who has yet to release in the game. And we're also going to be able to get Red Panda, who has yet to release in the game on the global side of the game. So I find that really interesting. That's crazy that they're allowing us to potentially get those. It's kind of like what they did with Kamo. Kamo was on Nishimiya's banner, right? But he wasn't featured up. So same thing, Mechamaru's not featured up here. None of these characters are necessarily featured up. These are all of the characters, and they're rated at the same rate. So you're guaranteed to get one of these characters, but it is a paid banner, so please keep that in mind. It can only be paid or pulled with paid cubes. So if you are going to want to summon on this banner to potentially get one of these characters, you are going to have to buy cubes. But look at the characters that are featured. They are all the new characters, and a lot of these are characters that people desperately need for Illusory Tower, like Megumi. I know people have been hurting without Domain Megumi really badly, so this could be your chance to get him. Once again, they're all rated the same, so you may not get him. You may just get like Junpei, and then you might be a little bit sad. But honestly, I've used Junpei quite a bit on the JP version of the game, and I find him pretty useful in Tower because he is able to like completely nullify Taijutsu attacks, and he's pretty dang decent for that use. But most of the characters on here, I think, have a use or have been somewhat useful to me at some point in time. The least useful, I'm going to be honest with you guys, is with Takada Toto. He's not the greatest character, but everybody else in here has some use at some point and can be a decent character. So just keep that in mind. But this is a paid banner with characters that haven't even had their own banners yet on it, which is very, very interesting. It's crazy to think that they have that. And then we also have another paid banner for SSR Recollections. So this one can only be pulled with paid cubes as well. So all of these recollections are going to be available. Once again, there are recollections on here that have yet to release on the global version. Normally, say. So the SSR Archery Instruction by Noritoshi Kamo and SSR Liar I Hate You are both going to be featured on this summoning, as well as a chance to potentially get those recollections. Then if we continue on, we got even more information here. The newly introduced character and recollection bitch in this gacha are scheduled to be added to other gachas such as Phantom Parade gacha. So in other words, this is not a limited character, this is a standard character, and they will come to the standard banner eventually, but the specific probability and dates have not been determined yet. So please keep that in mind. It will not happen. I guarantee you 100%. This Gojo is not getting added to the standard banner with the next update. It's not going to happen, okay? The only characters that are getting added to the standard banner with the next update are literally going to be these characters right here that we just showed for the paid banner, okay? Those are the characters getting added to the standard banner. This Gojo is not going to be added just yet. Eventually he will, but not in this first update. It will be the second update later on. He hasn't even been added to the standard banner on JP yet. So if that gives you an idea of the time frame. Additionally, the corresponding characters will be added to Piece of the Soul Shard exchange at that time. Details will be notified when the gacha is held in the future. So the characters that I just pointed out that are going to be added to the standard banner, like Red Panda, Mechamaru, all that other stuff, they will get the corresponding piece of a soul shard in the exchange shop that you're able to exchange for. Because like right now you can exchange for all the base general pool characters, in case you did not know this, but you are not able to exchange for like Yellow Megami or other characters, so you will be able to exchange for those characters in the future, which is kind of nice. They're also going to have a bunch of sales on cubes and packs. I'm not going to really go over this because the prices are very inaccurate, so there's no point in really going over the hidden inventory sales, but they'll be okay. They're never the greatest, I feel like. They're just okay. We're also going to get the Formidable Foe battle with Jogo. This is going to be starting tomorrow as well. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this. We did say it was probably going to happen, and lo and behold, here it is. So Jogo, I will be doing a guide for this particular Imaginary Realm battle. I'm also going to tell you guys how to get the secret title in a separate video. So if you guys want to know how to get the secret title, if you want to know how to complete the Imaginary Realm versus Jogo, make sure you check out that video when it does come out. But yeah, I love the Imaginary Realm battles. I love the Formidable battle events. These are some of the best events in the game, and they give you really nice rewards, and you're going to be able to get specifically Phantom Parade medals that are going to allow you to work on getting your next free-to-play character, whether that be Mahito, Jogo, or Hanami. I feel like at this point most people got Mahito, so now they're starting to save up for Hanami, or maybe people have two like myself and they're starting to save up for the third one, which would, the third character you should get realistically should be Jogo. He should be the last one. Mahito should probably be first, then Hanami, then Jogo at this point, with all the characters being out on the global side of the game. And then for domain investigation, this is another really interesting thing. We have new items being added to the domain investigation exchange shop. So we have the SSR character guaranteed gacha ticket that is going to cost 3,000 medals for a total of 1 exchange. And then you have another SSR guaranteed gacha ticket. This one is just SSR guaranteed. This one's an SSR character guaranteed. Note the difference. That's why there's the difference in price, right? And you can get one of those as well. These will be updated when the standard pool updates in the future, for sure, 100%. So I've seen some people like confused and not sure if this is true, like especially on Reddit. People have asked, like, is this actually a thing where the ticket is going to be updated in the future when the standard banner gets updated? The answer is yes. So buying them should be discouraged, okay? So just be careful. I don't know. This is the other question that I've seen people ask, like if they buy the ticket now from the shop and it sits in their inventory, will it update when the standard banner updates? I'm assuming not. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I would think it would, okay? But based on what people are saying, based on what the community Discord says, you know, a lot of these players, the people who set up and run this community Discord, have played the JP side of the game. And it seems like you should not buy the ticket. Now, I can't say that with 100% certainty. I'll just be straight up with you. I don't know for sure. But it might update if you buy it and just keep it in your inventory and don't use it. But why take the chance, you know? So eventually these tickets will be updated when the standard banner gets updated. But right now, if you try to get this ticket and you try to use it, You are not going to be able to get the other new characters like Yellow Domain Megami. You're not going to be able to get Junpei even. You're not going to be able to get Hollow Purple Gojo. The only characters you will be able to get with this ticket right now, if you use it, are going to be the base banner tickets from when the game, or base banner characters from when the game launched. So like Blue Gojo, Green Panda, Green Nanami, Green Itadori, Yellow Nobara, so on and so forth. So just be careful with that. They could surprise us and they could launch this ticket with the chance to get all of those other characters right away, but I highly doubt it. I doubt we see this updated once again until we've already had Mechamaru have his own banner, Red Panda needs to have his own banner, and then we also need to have the standard pool updated. So when the standard pool eventually gets updated, these tickets will be updated to give you a guaranteed character out of that pool of characters, as opposed to this smaller pool of characters that we have right now. That's why they're advising not to buy it, and hopefully that makes sense, because I know there's been a lot of confusion around that. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Just be safe rather than sorry, and don't buy it just yet, even if you have the medals to exchange. And that is pretty much everything. All the rest of this just talks about the maintenance that is going to be happening. So once again, ends at 6 a.m. Make sure you guys are ready to log in and do your summons. And if you guys want to see the summon video when I do summon for Hidden Inventory Gojo, make sure you guys go down there, hit that like button on this video. I would really appreciate it, and hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.